Greetings and welcome to the Sports Card Ripping Teacher. So I would be a little bit tired today working the Cubs game, but after a 9-2 victory, I'm nothing but smiles. I'm feeling good and I'm ready to head back down to Wrigley Field after school today to see if we can make it 2 in a row against the Giants. All right, class is in session. Today is Wednesday, May 6th. Lesson 162, and today goes out to Charlie Trippi, a player that I was not aware of, but he was a running back in the 40s and 50s. He did go to the University of Georgia. He won the Heisman Trophy as a sophomore, and that same year, his team won the national championship. Pretty good year for him right there. But during that time, people said he ushered in a new era of a running back. And at that point, he was doing juke moves, spins, things that you're kind of accustomed to these days, but he was kind of being the pioneer that brought those moves to the running back position. He was the Rookie of the Year in the NFL. He did have some injuries, but still, he's in the College Hall of Fame and the Professional Football Hall of Fame. So, Charlie Trippi, probably a name all you football guys out there should know. Now, in 1931, Willie Mays was born, and he, like himself, Rookie of the Year, a 24-time All-Star. I kind of think one or two of those years were where they had 2 All-Star games a year, I think. He had 2 MVPs, 12 Gold Gloves, and, of course, a Hall of Famer. Also born in 1990, Jose Altuve. And I don't have much to tell you about Jose Altuve, but Barry, I just noticed the other day, he's way over 1,000 subs. So Barry, congratulations to you, my friend. Now in 1915, Babe Ruth hit his first major league home run. He also pitched 12 innings. Now ready for this, his Boston Red Sox still lost to the New York Yankees. Kind of adds a little insult to injury. They lost that day and eventually lost Babe Ruth for good. Now, this game I remember very well. It was against the Houston Astros. But in 1998, Kerry Wood struck out 20 Astros. He tied Roger Clemens for a major league record. It was a one-hitter. I kind of think it was might have been Bell, I think, that got a hit. It was a play that was kind of talked about later on. Was it an error? Could the player have gotten there? I don't know. But no walks for Kerry Wood as well in his 5th career start. You can only imagine what us Cub fans were saying. Kerry Wood had a very good career, a couple injuries, some Tommy John surgeries in there, but later became a reliever, a closer, and still had a pretty long career, but he is definitely one of those players you see at Wrigley Field very often. Probably a few times a year you'll see him, a great ambassador for the team. All right, it's now time to get back into game day football. All right, we're back. So last week, one of my game day packs, I needed the entire pack. So I took a nice chunk out of the cards that I need. I also, this morning, kind of decided I want to get into the golf TTM game. I did watch BC. He got, I think, 3 golf returns. And just before I started taping here, I had a little quick bite of my lunch. Zach's Collections. He had an awesome TTM that I really want to do. Bryson DeChambeau. Now, my students, they know all about Bryson. We've talked about him before. He did a 3D printing for his golf clubs, just all the science and math he puts into golf. So that's one that I am really looking forward to get. Go and watch the video. I think everyone out here would definitely appreciate his signature. And really, I would not expect any less from Bryson, that's for sure. All right, Barry Sanders. Whoop. Went down, kind of like Barry Sanders went down that playoff game against the Packers there, folks. That's one thing I did not plan to happen, but I'll put Barry up on the stand. I will. All right, we got a Darnell Lewis. I kind of think I need that one. Tony Jones, Carl Pickens, Robert Jones, Greg Cragen, another Barry Sanders. Man, I mean, Barry Sanders was so good. Oklahoma State, right? Yeah, the Cowboys. Oklahoma State, my college golf coach, I think he's the running backs coach right now. So once in a while, I'll see John Wozniak in a picture with Barry Sanders. Man, John was around great athletes like myself, Barry Sanders, Johnny Holland, Warren Moon. That's a nice action photo of Warren Moon right there. Where are all my stands at? There we go. There's a couple more here. Put that one up. Jeff George out of the University of Illinois. Tracy Simon. Don Mosbar. Wildcat, you gotta tell me if what kind of player that cat was right there, number 54. It is hard with a 500 card set or just shy of a 500 card set to remember which ones you need and don't need, but I think there's a couple names there that I do not remember. But I could have those cards ready, you never know. Dana Stubblefield, he was a good player. I do remember him pretty well. Mike Pritchard. Bruce Smith, man, who's he stepping on there getting after the quarterback? So I want to kind of think what's going to be next for me to build. Steve McMichael, former Green Bay Packer, Mongo, definitely a Chicago Bear favorite. But I mean, the cost of things, folks, is just kind of driving me crazy. And not sure if other people heard. One baseball set I was super excited about, Topps Chrome Platinum, 2024. It's not going to happen. With the awesome checklist of Pete Crow Armstrong, Shota Imanaga, all tossed into Paul Skeens, Jackson Merrill, Jackson Churio, all those guys, Ellie De La Cruz, not going to happen. I think that's a terrible choice on their part. There's Moose Johnson. I like that background there. Got the football going right overhead. Justin, if I do have doubles, I'll send that one your way. Tommy Maddox, Brian Noble, Green Bay Packers. There you go. Take that arm, pull that ball away. Oh, going against BC's Dolphins right there as well. So I got a few more minutes here when I'm done. I will have my lunch, and once my students go to the specials, I'll put these in number order. I'll put them in my binder. When I do this set, it just makes me so happy. Hopefully you guys are enjoying me opening these. And if you're a little bit older like myself, you remember a lot of these players. Some of the young bucks that are out there are like, who are these retirees? There's the fridge. I don't think I have that one. But once I do get doubles, Zach and Porter, possibly. I do have that one student that wrote that trivia question for me. I may give that one to him. We'll see. Hopefully I have doubles. Emmitt Smith, he's pointing at somebody there. He's pointing at somebody. Here I come. I mean, he was good. Shannon Sharp, Rodney Peete, Kenny Rutgers, Haywood Jeffries, Anthony Johnson, Charles Mincy, Aaron Wallace. I've had a good time. Hopefully you had as well. Class is dismissed.